Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today I'm going to do the Project Panner tag. I had been seeing this going around. I haven't watched anyone's videos because I kind of wanted to come into it on my own. But I see that Sarah Rose went ahead and started the tag, so good on Sarah. And I will link her video down below as well as I believe her channel. I'll go ahead and link that as well. But let's get started into the Project Panner tag. So the first question is, how long have you been project panning? That's an excellent question. Let me look that up. I don't know. So my oldest video, which I started panning, I think a month before panning, I started getting into the panning mindset a month before I actually started my channel. But I started panning on September 4th, 2017, I started my channel. So I guess in October 2017-ish. So yeah, that's whenever I first started panning. It's been 2 years, basically. Almost over 2 years. Over 2 years panning. What made you decide to start panning? What did you hope to get out of it? So I started to pan because before I started acquiring a collection of makeup, the makeup that I had, I've just always used everything up because that's kind of just what you did. It was more of less of fun in doing it and more of oh, this is what I do on a daily basis to kind of get ready. So I just kind of used everything I had, and I've always been in that mindset because I know I can see the waste happening, and I've always kind of been aware of recycling and not creating landfill and stuff. However, I also at the same time was acquiring makeup, and that's whenever I started to being okay, let's do this. I also wanted to always do, as soon as I found YouTube, I always wanted to start a channel. However, I didn't know how to start a channel and not be purchasing a bunch of makeup. I saw the way Kathleen Lights did it and all that, where it was always makeup coming in, and a lot of it was PR, which was cool. But I also knew I'm not a great artist. I didn't know a bunch of stuff, so I didn't know where I fit in. And then I discovered project panning, and I was oh, that's where I fit in. And I didn't realize that there was actually a community out there dedicated to just using their makeup. And I was okay, this is where I need to be. So that's kind of what why I started it, is because I wanted to start a channel. And I kind of was always in that mentality. However, I also at the same time was acquiring makeup. So yeah, it was kind of one of those things. And now it's been a necessity. I love doing it. Question 3 is, how do you like to structure your project pans? Short seasonal projects, year-long rolling projects, or something else? I like doing a variety of things. I think I'm more inclined, because I've said this before, once I hit pan in something, that's my push to go ahead and finish it off. I like longer projects. I started off with a pan that palette, and then also a year-long project pan. So I feel I'm more inclined to do the year-long, to start with a product and finish it to the end. But I also try to push myself to do short seasonal ones or some sort of smaller rolling ones where I the goal is just to make some sort of progress, whatever that may be, not necessarily finishing it up. And that's a way, again, it's always trying to remind myself that there's other products in your collection. Reach out and use those as well. Okay, number 4, what are your favorite ways to track your progress? I don't think I understand necessarily that question, other than, my favorite ways are filming my YouTube videos, taking pictures, sharing with you all, that sort of stuff. Oh, well, of course, I guess there's also weight. I'm how else would you do that? I don't weigh anything. I don't have that. I like the visual of it. So yeah, and of course, going on YouTube and talking about it and talking to you all, it's kind of cathartic. What products have been the easiest for you to pan? Weirdly enough, I think the easiest to pan, because I really don't do foundations or powders or anything like that, because for the most part, because I don't have a large collection of them anyways. So I usually only do colored products, meaning eyeshadows. I'll do blushes, blushes, highlighters, bronzers, lip products. That's what I will usually project pan. And out of those categories, the easiest for me to use, probably lip liners and blushes, honestly. I feel like I've actually made a lot of progress in blushes, and I'm not, like, I just don't grow tired of them that often. What are the hardest products for you to pan? Okay, so, I mean, I think lip products are probably the hardest, honestly, for me. Because, meaning like lipsticks and lip glosses, I just don't reapply. Like, someone can blow through it like that because they constantly are reapplying, like they're touching up their makeup. I do not touch up my makeup. Like, once I'm out, I'm done. I just like forget about it. So yeah, I think probably lip products. I also would say like eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes are hard. However, I do enjoy it and I have done it. Like, I just kind of stick to it. So yeah, I think more than anything, it's going to be the lip products. Are there any types of products that you rarely or never put up in Project Pan? Well, I did answer that. So face products, because I just don't have that many. I won't put like mascara in ever because, again, I don't have that many. I go through it fairly quickly. Yeah, and I just kind of like, when they're done, they're done. There's not like a, I don't know. I don't need to push myself to use that. Oh, and I usually don't do like skincare or like beauty products or anything like that. Do you pan skincare, body care, or strictly makeup? Strictly makeup. Also nail polish, and that's about it. What is your number one advice for a successful project pan? I think it would be to, I'm like, what's my number one advice? I think it's just do you. Like, do the project pan that's gonna work for you. Do your long ones. If you're like struggling with it, do short ones. If you're struggling with that, like, maybe project panning's not for you, and that's fine. Maybe you want to do a shop your stash, so you rotate your makeup more. Maybe, I don't know, and just don't look at other people. I pan notoriously slow. Even if I'm like using my makeup like 7 days out of the week, like I will use my makeup 7 days out of the week, and I pan notoriously slow. I can't look at other people. I just can't. Like, I don't know how people are using their makeup so quickly, but they are, and that's fine. But you know, I know my own pace, and whatever pacing I'm doing, I'm working on my makeup. I'm trying to get it out of there, and that's cool. So yeah, just make it your own. Make it however you want it to be. Using your makeup, it's kind of, you know, one step. I think no matter what, like, trying it is a good idea. I think that you can learn a lot about makeup, about your personal taste by doing it, but it may not be your forever thing. And that's okay as well. Okay, number 10. This is a great question. Has panning affected your makeup purchasing habits? If so, how? Yes, it has. So I, again, kind of like started this because I realized that I was acquiring too much makeup and I wanted to use up my makeup. I think I realized more than anything, again, that I use makeup really slowly. And so I don't need to buy a bunch of makeup, especially a bunch of makeup that looks like the makeup I already have. It's helped me subside the urge of wanting makeup, because I still want makeup. I still want the new stuff. But I know that if I add it, that's one more thing that I'm going to have to pan. And I look at my collection now and I'm like, I already have this much to pan. I can't like bring in anything else. Like, I already have this much to like finish up. I don't need any more. I don't want to add it to landfill. I already know a lot of my makeup before I get to it, or not, maybe not a lot of it, but like a good portion of it before I get to it, it's going to go bad. So I don't want to contribute to that, to the wastefulness of it. I think there's nothing wrong with like acquiring makeup if you're using it, but for me, it's too much. So yes, I think it's just helped me bring it down. I love project pans too. Like, I'm doing my project 50 pan where I have to use up 50 products before I can buy one thing that's like in my excess category. And I think that's really cool as well, because it's like promoting using up a ton more makeup before I like actually purchase something else. So that has been fun as well, because it's allowing me to like reward myself for doing what I love to do anyways. I think that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and watch Sarah Rose's video, and you should too. And I will see if there's also a playlist of people who have done this tag, and I'll put them below as well, put that playlist below as well. If not, I'll go ahead and like acquire some other people who have done this tag and link their videos down below, because I think it'll be fun to watch people's answers, all of that. And what are your answers to it? I would love to know. So leave a comment down below if you would like, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my panning videos. It's great fun to do that. Let me know. I think too, the biggest thing is, what's your number one advice for a successful project? What do you think has been like the most helpful to you with your panning? I think that's a good question. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.